Welcome to the Push to Pass podcast. I'm your host, JP Murray. We're going to take a deep dive into business development, growth strategies for entrepreneurs, and whether you're starting up a business or managing sponsorships in the racing industry, this is the place to get some actionable insights. And today, I'll be sharing lessons I've learned from building two successful companies that have generated millions of dollars in revenue for our clients. The first business was with associations in Washington, D.C. We sold memberships and sponsorships in those organizations. We built a staff. I exited 3 years ago. The next step was to launch a solo operation to sell auto racing sponsorships and now motor racing sponsorships because, man, I've got the ISRT Supercross team now that I work with. But my clients include AJ Foyt Racing, Taylor Reimer Racing, Brady Bacon, driver Santino Ferrucci, the All-Star Circuit of Champions, the oldest wing sprint car championship in the country. We've sold more than $1 million in the last 6 months for those folks. And I'm not bragging, but sometimes you can get advice on social media and on podcasts from people that have not built things. So we've built them. Somebody could have done it better. But I want to tell you about the items that kind of jumped out from building those businesses, having some success, good days and bad. So here we go. Number one, internal factors matter most. Think about it. Your company culture, leadership style, operational efficiency are things you can control. You can't control your competition. You can't control the economy. If you focus on building a strong internal foundation, external challenges will become easier to tackle and they will certainly happen. I don't blame the industry. I don't blame the client. I don't blame the president for a lack of revenue. There is no recession here ever. Number two, focus on helping other people and the client. You'll perform better when your focus shifts from chasing revenue to genuinely helping others. When you prioritize creating value, the money follows naturally. It's really important early in the business because being good at your craft and delivering some value is like a minimum entry point now. So I believe you become better by focusing on making the client successful. Number three, double the time and the cost. Here's a hard truth, my friends. Everything will take twice as long and cost twice as much money as you expect. So plan accordingly, stay adaptable, and don't let the unexpected hurdles derail you. I think about it this way: work urgently, but think long term and with patience. There are a number of very good potential entrepreneurs that quit before they break through. And it's because they don't have the cash to maintain themselves, or they lose patience, or they get discouraged. Work like there's no tomorrow, but you got to know that there is a tomorrow if you can get there. Number four, get paid up front. There's one thing that's absolutely crucial. You got to get paid. Cash flow is oxygen. I remember the second payroll I was responsible for. The second one. Holy smoke. I have to do this every 2 weeks. Diane and I were freaking out. The biggest waste of time is chasing unpaid invoices. It's going to kill your business. So as you're negotiating terms, think about that and get paid early. Value your time and set that clear payment term from the beginning. And man, once they get in arrears, cut them off. Number five, take a chance. Take a chance because no one else is really paying attention to you. This gives you room. Nobody's thinking about you, so you've got room to experiment and take risks without judgment from others, frankly. I took little bets along the way and always had enough money to go to zero if I had to. I never took a big chance on credit, and I bootstrapped everything. If the business did not generate enough income to keep the lights on, then the market was telling me something. Next, number six here. Learn to sell. No matter what your business does, at some point and maybe forever, you'll be the salesperson for your company. So learn how to effectively sell because it's a skill that's going to open up doors, countless doors forever for you. Number seven, ramp up your negotiation skills. Early in my career, I made a big mistake and I negotiated against myself. by lowering prices, giving away value, adding extra things to the deal to make it look better before I ever really had that earnest conversation and negotiation. Here's what I learned: prepare for tough negotiations and projects because you're going to face them someday. Accept that walking away is an option if the deal doesn't align with your values. Avoid backing off those big, sensitive issues. At one point during the sales process, you've got to become super uncomfortable, or you've got to make the client or the prospect uncomfortable. It's okay. When you lean in and defend your interests, not only will the other side respect you, but you will also build confidence for future challenges. So I learned that during a tough negotiation or project, the learning moment is that of resilience and that you can do it over and over again. It's a key survival skill for the best in business, that they can replicate activity, including hard things, over and over again. Man, I hope the lessons are helpful to you. Share with a friend and check out my YouTube channel. I'm putting up videos almost every day. We'll talk next week on the Push to Pass podcast. Bye bye, everybody.